this is not going to be another one of those self-improvement videos from a guru that, you know, emphasize the physique and the attractiveness to get more girls or to get more guys, whatever, right? If you're a woman, to attract more guys. I want you to think a layer deeper than that. So everybody else tells you that you gotta get lean, you gotta get more attractive, you gotta look smacks. You know? Fuck all that bullshit, okay? What happened to being a good human being? What happened to making the 10-year-old you proud? The 16-year-old you know, who needed someone like, I don't know, for me, for example, the 12-year-old, the 10, 12, 16-year-old me would have needed me today to guide him. Why can't you try to be that person? Answer that question first before you worry about the chicks, before you worry about impressing other people for external validation. Because you're not gonna get fulfillment in your life from those things. Can you compete against yourself every single day? Getting 1% better, Kaizen. You guys know that. Kaizen is getting 1% better each day. We're striving to become a better person than you were yesterday, little by little. Because that's gonna be the thing that matters in the end. When there are no girls, there is no attention, there is no glory in the external things. So I'm not trying to say that, yes, it's nice to be attractive, to be lean, to be able to have more dating options, to be able to unlock things, because it does make it easier. It does make, if you're not that attractive, and how do you know that you're not attractive? You know deep down. If you look in the mirror and you feel a little bit repulsed by yourself, by your own body, by your own face, then yes, there's something that you should probably work on. And I'm not saying cosmetic work. I'm saying let's try to do natural things. Let's lock in on our discipline, lock in our consistency. And what does that mean, right? Let's try to lose some weight. If you're skinny, put on some fucking muscle. You know your skin and bones. That's how I was. And I knew I was kind of somewhat unattractive because of the way I held myself, of the way I carried myself. It was my energy that was unattractive. It was my, it was the way that I lived my life. I wasn't even hygienic to some point. Like, I wasn't consistent with brushing my teeth, taking a shower, because I would get depressed here and there, things like that. I wasn't even attractive to myself. I think that was the kicker, right? When you deep down know, like, damn, I wouldn't even date me. That's the answer, all you need. And obviously it could be a slippery slope. Like, you could just get into the perfectionism, you kind of know. And then obviously you look at yourself day to day, so you could get lost in the sauce. So that's why you need to use other metrics, like actual people, other people, seeing how they react. Do girls give you attention? Are they starting to give you more attention? Things like that. But the point is, you're not gonna find happiness or joy or fulfillment through these things. You should find the happiness, joy, and fulfillment knowing that you are comparing only to yourself. You are comparing on the fact that, are you showing up and getting a little uncomfortable each and every day? Because life is tough, man. Remove everything I just said, just trying to live day to day in this modern economy. And then again, I don't know where you're at in your life. You could be joyful and happy. That's great for you. I'm just saying that life is a grind. Life will keep applying pressure. So you need to do the opposite. You need to keep applying pressure, right? That's pretty much it, man. I hope this helped provide some clarity. Do continue to work towards the best version of yourself, but that's the only reason, to become the best version of yourself, not for anybody else. To learn how to show up for yourself, to learn how to hold space, hold boundaries. And I used to be this introverted, shy, nerdy, socially awkward Asian kid, and I managed to turn it all around. I guess you could say, like, I'm a normal human being now, but that's not the point. The point is the gap, the transformation, the leap that I took from my old self till now. I'm not comparing against anybody else. And yes, it's easy to compare, but I've come a long way. And I encourage you guys to do the same too. Go on your weight loss journey, groom yourself a little bit. The best attractiveness transformation is going to be in your physique. When you start eating healthier, when you start journaling to kind of self-reflect and battle with your negative thoughts, and then working out, obviously. Over time, when you start to self-reflect and know what you want in life, do it for a good reason, that's when you're going to start to be more attractive. Not the other way around. You're not doing it for the girls and the guys. That's how, ironically, you attract the girls and just positive people and momentum in your life, is by adopting this optimistic mindset. And how can you beat the past version of yourself? All right, I hope this helped. I hope you guys have a great day. I'm gonna go train some people now. And if you need some coaching on this, physique, losing weight, but also the mindset, the things that are applied to it, some life coaching. I mean, I'm only 24. What do I know, right? But if you're interested, go check out my IG. If you're interested on some personalized coaching, specifically for your physique, one-on-one, hit me up in the DMs on Instagram. I'll talk to you guys soon. Peace out. Love you guys.